Ave Maria, everyone. Welcome back to the Roman Martyrology. This is August 12th. St. Jane Frances de Chantal, religious. From her Christian marriage, she had 6 children, whom she educated to piety. She remained a widow. Under the guidance of St. Francis de Sales, she walked briskly along the path of perfection, dedicating herself to works of charity, especially towards the poor and the sick. She initiated the order of the Visitation of St. Mary, which she too wisely directed. Her transitus at Moulins on the banks of the Allier near Nevers in France occurs on December 13th. At Catania, St. Uplio, martyr. According to tradition, during the persecution of Emperor Diocletian, he was thrown into prison by the governor Calvisia because he was found with the book of the Gospels in his hands. Questioned several times, he was beaten to death for having replied that he boastfully kept the Gospel in his heart. At Nicomedia, in present-day Turkey, Saints Anicetus and Photinus, martyrs. At Killala, in Ireland, St. Meredoc, bishop. Also in Ireland, in a cell that bears her name, St. Lelia, virgin. At Brescia, St. Ercolano, bishop. On the island of Lorraine in Provence in France, holy martyrs Porquer, abbot, and many other monks who are said to have been killed by the Saracens. At Ruthin in North Wales, Blessed Charles Meehan Mahony, priest of the Order of Friars Minor and martyr, who, of Irish origin, was arrested while traveling through this region to his homeland, and sentenced to death for having entered the domains of King Charles II, obtained the palm of martyrdom by being hanged and disemboweled. At Rome, Blessed Innocent XI, Pope, who ruled the Church wisely, although tried by great pains and tribulations. On a sordid prison ship off the coast of Roquefort in France, Blessed Pierre Jarriger de la Morille de Puridon, priest, who died for Christ during the persecution against the Church, long exposed to the scorching violence of the sun. At the city of Nam Dinh in Tonkin, now Vietnam, holy martyrs Jacob Do Mai Nam, priest, and Ton Nguyen Dic, farmer, and Mike Nguyen Huy Mi, doctor, beheaded for Christ after atrocious tortures under Emperor Min Mang. At the town of Hornacuelos, near Cordoba in Spain, Blessed Victoria Diaz y Bustos de Molina, virgin and martyr, who, as a teacher in the Teresian Institute, at the outbreak of hostilities against the Church, confessed her Christian faith and suffered martyrdom, while exhorting others to do the same. At Valmoron, near Madrid, also in Spain, Blessed Attilano Dionisio Arguello Gonzalez, religious of the Order of St. John of God and martyr, who was killed in hatred of the faith in the same persecution. At Barbastro, near Huesca in Aragon in Spain, Blessed Sebastian Calvo Martinez, priest, and 5 companions, martyrs, who, as religious of the Congregation of the Missionaries of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, also in the same persecution, carried out the glorious battle. At Tarragona, also in Spain, Blessed Antonio Pareles Estivil, priest of the Society of Diocesan Worker Priests and martyr, who still suffered his martyrdom on the road in the same persecution. At Dachau, near Munich in Germany, Blesseds Florian Stepniak of the Order of Friars Minor Capuchin and Josef Straczewski, priests and martyrs, who, at the time of the invasion of Poland during the war, died in a prison camp in a gas chamber. At Planegg near Munich, Blessed Karl Leisner, priest and martyr, who, while still a deacon, was deported to a prison for his public profession of faith and the assiduous service rendered to souls, and ordained a priest in the prison camp of Dachau, returned to freedom, but he died from the tortures suffered during his detention. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Ave Maria.